fuck. Right. My neighbours are going to be fucked. X-Men review. Here we go. X-Men is a film created in 2000 and directed by Bryan Singer. The film is based on the characters that Bryan Singer couldn't give a fuck about. No, seriously. This film knows the basics of the X-Men, people born with powers, and are hated for it. And that's where the similarities stop. Characters are mannequin people, with the only thing defining them is their powers. There's a plot that's just kind of there and does nothing to affect anyone, other than giving Rogue a bit of white in her hair. Really, by the end, nothing changes. People's opinions of mutants don't change, every character other than Logan stays the same. Nothing worthwhile happens in this film. Right, wait a second, let's go back. Alcohol! That's awesome. So I like the X-Men. I like them a lot. Like, maybe too much. And the cartoon was what really got me into them. I imagine it's the same with a lot of other people. But after that, I moved on and I read a bunch of comics and really do love the X-Men. And even after reading the comics for just a small period of time, you notice a couple of defining things about them that make them good. Is it clear that I'm reading from a script? It should be. Firstly, it's a superhero soap opera. It's like EastEnders with superpowers. Imagine Phil Mitchell flying, or Peggy with laser eyes. That shit. It's way more about interpersonal relationships than it is about fights. The split is about 40% character drama, 40% fighting, and 20% teens having fun with superpowers. And civil rights issues sprinkled throughout. And that's it for the comics, for the most part. Not to diminish them in any way. The films just don't seem to understand this. Like, I get dark and gritty and I'm super for it, and it definitely exists in the comics. But do you really think a bunch of superpowered teens living together in a mansion would all just sit around and cry about how people don't like them? No, they wouldn't, in any way. Still just as strong as it was 4 hours ago. When I run out of ice. Shit. Secondly, the whole thing is just a metaphor for civil rights. Like, I know you didn't know that, and it's like super profound, and you think I'm the smartest motherfucker there's ever been, but just bear with me before your brain explodes. But yeah, it's like a metaphor for civil rights in America, with Professor X and Magneto being stand-ins for Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Two men with different views on how to improve their people's way of life. Neither evil, just two men with different ideologies. Fuck me. I wrote an essay on this for my uni course. £5,000, £5,000, and a year of my life. And it's a Tuesday night. I'm drinking heavily and talking to myself. It's not really surprising the amount of alcohol I'm consuming. Fine. Delicious. As time has gone on, the X-Men aren't just about civil rights for black people, but also moved on to gay people and anyone who feels persecuted. It's probably why the first X-Men comics fucking did abysmally, because a bunch of super white teens living in a mansion feeling persecuted isn't really, I don't know, can't really connect to them. It's kind of like Tumblr, full of fucking wank. No. Oh shit. I've just got aggressive. I'm sorry. It's kind of like the internet. privileged people complaining. Is that better than what I was gonna say? Maybe. Maybe just a little bit. That was the first page. Holy shit. This is gonna be difficult. Now, both of these points, the film kind of gets, but not really. The film is too busy trying to be the Matrix to have fun. There's like one scene in the film which comes close to showing any of the students having fun. Actually, there's only like one scene where you can even tell they're in a school. And for the civil rights thing, it's way more about gay rights than anything else, which is perfectly fine. But it gets less subtle as the film series goes on. And just like I will. Actually, I didn't start very subtle. That Tumblr thing. Shit. Bryan Singer is gay, and so is one of the biggest stars, Sir Ian McKellen. Is he a knight? I'm not sure. I don't think he is. Yeah. So it makes sense as to why they focus on it. It makes sense. Also, Googling is Bryan Singer gay, just to fact check, brings up a lot of shit. Not good. Like lots of law cases and shit. It's just don't Google it. Anyway, let's just do the film instead of talking about if Bryan Singer abused a kid. So we start, where else? In Poland in World War II, the hardest place to make a joke about in fucking history. And yeah, it's a pretty effective scene. In a small amount of time, they set up and pretty much justify Magneto and why he feels the way he does. Was that a gas chamber transition? That's really weird. Why is that in the film? And then, in the not too distant future of about 60 years, which later on films show in less time more shit happens. It's a weird... Anyway. We're in the South with Marie, or Rogue, as she takes her first foray into sexual exploration, and almost fucking kills the dude. Poor guy. Fuck. Oh. I also don't know why everyone blames her immediately. Even her, she even blames herself. Could he not just have had a seizure or an epileptic fit? Why was it automatically her fault? Anyway, instead of, questioning what happened, she says, fuck it, I'm a freak, and heads to Canada. I know she had her little dream trip planned, but is now really the time when you're maybe connected to assault to flee to Canada? Maybe it's just a really contrived reason for her to bump into Wolverine. It could just... I've gone off script, guys. I'm really far off script. Maybe it's a really contrived reason for her to bump into Wolverine. Which she does. In a Mad Max set. When was that? When I grew up, I want to go to Niagara Falls, Vancouver, and a scary as fuck fight club. What? But yeah, Wolverine. He fights, he growls, and he's pretty much just Wolverine. He's great. And then Rogue, seeing that, decides that's the guy I'd be safe with. That fucking psychopath. Yeah, it's good. And then they get a car crash, and Logan's hair is still perfect after it. That must just be another mutant power that I didn't know about. And then he fights Sabretooth. He looks kind of okay, except from his crazy as fuck eyebrows. But he's just kind of a lackey for Magneto and doesn't say anything ever. And they kind of hint towards him having a connection to Wolverine, but it just doesn't go anywhere. He sucks. Then Team Stoic saved the day, and there's a girl in a car that's about to explode, and they're just silent the whole time. Fucking say something to reassure the terrified teenage girl. Shit. Oh yeah, and I forgot it off the script. I missed a paragraph. Anyway, oh yeah, before this, they cut into a meeting of if mutants are dangerous or not, and it's really strange. It's weird. Senator Kelly, almost like I got a script there. Senator Kelly talks about they don't really know what mutants are capable of, and this is like a new threat.
Here, a list of names of identified mutants living right here in the United States. Now, here's a girl in Illinois who can walk through walls. Now, what's to stop her from walking into a bank vault, or into the White House, or into their houses?
Senator
and
Kelly.
There are even rumors, Miss Gray, of mutants so powerful that they can enter our minds and control our thoughts, taking away our God-given free will.
But, immediately, and I'm the next cut, Magneto, dismisses Professor X, saying, I've heard all the bullshit that they're saying before.
What would you have me do, Charles? I've heard these arguments before. It was a long time ago. Mankind has evolved since then.
But Mr. Bryan Singer, I'm going to address you correctly, not the movie, just you. Just make up your mind, dude. Have mutants been around and out in the public for a while, or is it just a new thing? Your film kind of contradicts itself every 10 minutes. So it'd be really nice to know this, because it Professor X and Magneto have known each other since they're 17, and then at some point there was a schism. And then you saying for 40 years until they both reached the age of 60, Magneto did nothing, and no one knows about mutants, and the Brotherhood just sat around. They just make up your mind, dude. I'm asking. That's all. And then we see the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, and oh shit, it's Darth Maul, but he's got leprosy and is painting Magneto's torch. Oh yeah, by the way, Magneto, fuck you for that Newton's Cradle bullshit. Why are you doing that? I have one, and it hits 2 or 3 times and then stops. It's a lie. If any film tells you otherwise, it's a lie. It doesn't work forever. I bought one. It didn't work forever. But yeah, he's doing it. He's just doing it to show off. It's dumb. And when he leaves the room, fuck, it fell. Look, why? He's got to pick them up. What the fuck, Magneto? Fucking showy cunt. And, oh yeah, the actual scene is just Sabretooth says he fucked up, which is all he does. All film. Next, Wolverine could save us from terrible films, but he doesn't. Please, Logan, just twist. Just twist and pull, and Last Stand wouldn't happen. That's all you gotta do. It'd be fucking incredible. And then the X-Mansion turns into Wayne's Manor, and there's all these really shitty leather suits in display. Why is he showing them? Why is Professor X showing them off? Is it just so people can figure out whose is whose? Because they're the worst designed super suits ever, and there's 6 of them, even though there's 3 X-Men. Okay. And then Professor X just fucks with Logan for a bit.
Where are you going? Over here.
He could just say, "Hi, I'm a telepath. You're fine. You're safe. Everything's cool." But no, he just lets an actual killer run around a school full of children for a bit. Fine. Cool, Charles. I'm so happy you care. Great. Why am I even holding the script anymore? I've gone off. It's done. Shit. I'm also out of alcohol. No, we're going to follow it. I haven't looked at... Then... I don't know why I'm pretending anymore. Then, we see one of the few instances of actual teaching happening. And instead of, I don't know, teaching these kids to use their powers, he's teaching them about how life reflects off a surface. Seriously, he is. Just look, it says vertex, and I have an AS level in science, so I think I know what I'm talking about. Fuck you, Professor X. it's a problem with school. No one actually learns about their powers. Like, we see Jean lift some clay pigeons for Scott, but that's it. It's like the X-Team don't actually matter in this film. There's only 3 X-Men: Scott, Storm, and not Marvel Girl, just Jean. Is that not weird? When, like, Professor X calls them all, he's like, Cyclops, Storm, and Jean. Is she not a bit upset that he doesn't give her a super name? I'd be jealous. Actually, as I read from the script, what I was meant to say is, these 3 characters are the biggest problem. Sober Me is way more boring. I love the idea that I might be actually angry with myself when I edit this. Isn't that incredible? Anyway, these 3 characters are the biggest problem with the film because they aren't actually characters. Each of them just have like 4 lines of dialogue and no personality. Jean is Scott's girlfriend. Scott is stopping Logan fucking Jean. And Storm has an accent that changes all the time. I know that's not her mutant power, but it might as well fucking be. I get why people don't like Cyclops after watching this film. Ignore paper rustling. Oh, fuck, I can't open paper. I get why people don't like Scott after watching this film. And it's really no one's fault. Maybe the director's, Bryan Singer, it might just be your fault because you're shit. But it could just be the only actor who seems to give a fuck, other than Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen, is Hugh Jackman. And so the fact that all these films centre around him isn't really his fault. It's Bryan Singer's. It's just that he's the only actor who seems to give a fuck. It's Bryan Singer's fault. He's bad. He's bad at filmmaking. And was accused of raping a boy at a party. Him and a bunch of other actors, but apparently the boy was lying because he had holes in his proof. But so I'm not saying it's true because then that I would like be liable, but he was accused. I think I should have wrote after that, Archie, don't mention that Bryan Singer was accused of sexually assaulting a boy. I should have written that, but Sober Me apparently thought, nah, why would I mention that? That's cool, I'm sorry. So, yeah, the film, the professor gives a tour to Logan and takes him to classrooms, the hangar, and the stables. What? Why has the X-Mention got a stable? Like, so instead of teaching kids how to use their mutant power, he says, tend the horses, children. It's equine class today. Fuck the danger room. Aha, aha. And it also looks like it's indoors. Like there's like an indoor hallway that leads into the stable. When they were filming this, did they have to leave the X-Mansion set and take Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart and one random extras to a stable? Why is there a stable scene? Why is there a stable? Okay. And the script says, Archie, stop talking about the fucking stable. Okay, no problem. Okay. It generally does say that. I'm not making that up right now. Generally, it says that. So, and then it says, talk about the Brotherhood's plan, Archie. Just talk about the plan. It's funnier than you. Okay. Editing Archie. So the plan is to stop... Right. So their plan... I have to say this because it's ridiculous. So their plan... Get this. Their plan is to forcefully turn all humans into mutants. I see nothing wrong with that at all. Oh wait, yeah, I fucking do. What? Did Magneto pick up some fucking tips from Dr. Mengele? Genetically altering people does not make you less scary, Magneto. What the fuck? Oh. So the first subject, have I skipped a scene? Hold on, we're just checking. Or did I write this wrong? Hold on. Oh, I didn't. Fuck, I should have more trust in actual intelligent, sober me. Sorry, Archie, who listens to this tomorrow and says, oh fuck, I'm never drinking again. Right, so yeah, the first subject is Senator Kelly, who was taken by Mystique. See, this is what I was planning on talking about, but I didn't realise it was here. Thought I missed it. Anyway. Now, one thing, and this is genuine, I don't get about Mystique in the films. Why is she naked? Like, the white dress she has in the comics and the cartoons is perfectly fine. There's, like, literally no problem with it. Maybe, like, the animating team had a problem, like, animating the cloth during transformation scenes, but it just feels weird to me. Like, honestly, from drunk Archie, I'm sorry, sober me. I'm gonna say the real reason you wrote this, and I was there when you wrote this. I was there. The real reason I have a problem with this is what happens when she goes to the bathroom. Like, she's naked at all times, right? And her vagina isn't there. So does it just appear when it's called upon? Like, I need to urinate. Vagina appear. And you might go, that's a really weird thought, Archie. But the film made me think it. She's naked. Like, she has children. Nightcrawler, for example. When she breastfeeds, does she call upon the nipple to appear at random times? Why? Just put her in a dress so I don't have to think about this. It's not my fault. And I did write, the real reason I was concerned is the hours it must have taken to put on the makeup. What a pussy I am. When, really, Archie? I also feel sorry for the actress having to spend hours putting on that makeup. I genuinely wrote that. That isn't why you care. You've never once thought that. You just didn't want to look weird, which you now do. Okay. Oh god, I genuinely love the idea of me being angry at me. I just love it. I genuinely... Oh god. Anyway, so yeah, they use this big machine that uses Magneto's magnet powers to turn people into mutants. Why does that work? Like, what does... I know they say it's this weird radiation that only affects humans, but what's Magneto's powers got to do with that? Like, I can't move on. Like, the thing, like, sometimes you can activate the X gene in people, but some people were born without the X gene. So, how can you give someone mutant powers if they don't have... Anyway... Also, how did he build it? Like, no one we have seen in the Brotherhood seems to have the ability to create a machine like that. Like, if Forge was in the film, then sure. But he's not. And, like... script. It fell because I'm just not using it anymore. Like, and they also hint that, like, Magneto helped with the creation of Cerebro. But fuck off. Like, when did he learn about, like, that shit during his time in the concentration camps? Where the fuck would he have learned to be able to, like, enhance psychics? Like in the comics, and in later films, it's Beast that creates this. But I guess the problem is, he's blue, and that doesn't mix with the black and grey motif this film fucking loves. And you may say, drunk Archie, shut up, you're being weird. That's what I'm gonna say to me in this. But you might be saying, it's a fucking comic book movie. who gives a fuck? And I'll go, well, I'd love to not give a fuck. I'd love to go, this is a comic book film. You're correct. Enjoy. But this film has very weird things that it gets serious about. Like, you can't have yellow and blue suits. No, because that would be dumb. But you can have the rock maps. The stupid fucking rock maps where you could just have a monitor. But no, we have these odd, really standout rock maps that just make, like, no sense. For no reason. Or you have the bloody scene. Why am I even holding the fucking script? Fuck it. Then you have the scene where they're in the jet and, like, Scott says...
You actually go outside in these things? What would you prefer? Yellow spandex?
Yes, Scott. Yes, I would. And then they do a fucking Thunderbirds thing where the baseball court opens. Or basketball. Shit. I'm not American, I don't watch sports. Anyway, and the basketball court opens like it's fucking Thunderbirds. Are we really saying the blue and yellow spandex is out of the question, but rock maps and Thunderbirds are totally fucking awesome? Fuck you, Bryan Singer. And I think you raped those... oh, God. This isn't sober Archie, but this is drunk Archie, who's taken 2 seconds to go... Let's not accuse Bryan Singer of anything. I just don't like your films. I have nothing against you. I am very sorry, sir. I am, as we speak, picking up the script from the floor, and I'm going to follow it so I don't accidentally accuse someone of something bad. The script fell again, so I'll be getting that. Where was I? Not there? Nope, that's not it. White kids living in a thing. Nope. Mutants are capable of... Nope. Yellow's... Ah, found it. We're back. Anyway, carrying on. Magneto shoots his radiation all over Kelly. I wrote that thinking it sounded funny. And it does. And turns him into... I don't know. It's really gross. Is he meant to be a fish? Is he a fish man? I don't know. Like, it's really creepy. And even though we know all we need to know about Logan, they decide to tell us more about his powers, even though we just fucking saw him throughout the film use his powers. And the audience is dumb, I guess, right, guys? And then they... Okay, I've gone off script again. Then they put him in an MRI machine, which, if... Again, AS science here. Yeah, fucking 1 year of science A-level. So, thank you. If you put someone in an MRI machine who has, say, a pin in their leg, a metal pin, tiny... You can't do that because A, it may rip the pin out of their leg because you're putting them in a giant magnet. The fuck? You can't put Wolverine, the man with the metal skeleton, into a fucking MRI machine because it would either A, break the machine, or B, rip his skeleton from his body. Anyway, fine. Back to the script. Then Scott gets jealous some more.
Oh, and Logan. Stay away from my girl.
Because fuck him as a character. Then Rogue shows up again. Remember when she was a protagonist? Or you thought she might be the protagonist. She's not. Anyway, Logan stabs her after a scary dream, and she uses her power to save her own life. Then tons of people run in the room and are shocked that in a school full of superpowered children, a girl used her powers.
It was an accident.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Maybe you actually trained her and, you know, didn't teach her fucking how light reflects off a fucking surface. This shit wouldn't happen. Then Mystique shows up and convinces Rogue to run away, and the professor just doesn't know she's there. Like, does he do anything in this film? He's like Yoda in episode 3. You know, that he's been clouded by the dark side and he doesn't know anything. Like, fuck, just, do you not notice when a villain that you know exists just appears? And especially the later films that hint that you live together for most of your life. When, oh, is that Raven just come on the school grounds? Fuck it. It can't be. Why would I bring that up to anyone? It couldn't lead to anything fucking awful. I wrote, by the way, as another... it's weird that I'm insulting myself. I said in the script, how the professor doesn't know she's there is, and I quote, me, fucking bananas. Why would I write that? Ever? That's not me. Did I write that to try and be funny? Fucking bananas. Is it funny? If I keep saying it, fucking bananas. Is that funner? Is that more fun? If I just, fucking bananas. Okay. Yeah. And then, the one bit of the film that just isn't ever they take 10 minutes to talk about Logan's fucking abilities for the 10th time. Because mystery, fuck that. But then Mystique just does something to Cerebro. And, it's certainly something, I'll tell you that. But what exactly? I don't know. It goes, the blue liquid goes green. So, next, they all chase after Rogue, and Wolverine steals Scott's superbike. Yellow spandex, fucking dumb, but superbike, fucking fine. Why would that be dumb? Ah, good. Fuck it. Anyway, back to the script. Yeah, and then a kid laughs at Cyclops.
Come along now. I told you.
Fun. And Cyclops really thinks he's like laughing with him. He's laughing at your dumb fucking Why are you wearing the visor, Scott? You're meant to just... You didn't think there was going to be a fight, and even though there is a fight, you don't use the visor. But you just were looking for Rogue. Why are you not just wearing your glasses? Is it because there was like a quota of shit that needed to be in the film, and the visor was one of them? Like, I guess. Okay. Good. And then Magneto turns up and is like, I don't need you, Wolverine. I need Rogue, because that was a twist. Because using the machine that uses Magneto's powers for some reason, it's killing him, and he needs Rogue to take his powers to use it. Okay. And then Magneto tries to escape with Rogue, and the Professor takes control of Sabretooth and Toad. Okay, I'm dropping the script again. I did that. I didn't bring this up in the script. Why? I guess because I thought this was petty, like a petty argument. Like, there's so much worse in this film that this is a petty argument. I know why it's there, but Professor X like controls Sabretooth and Toad. The script is literally dropped. I joked about if it's gone. The Professor controls them and then uses him to like throttle Magneto. Why didn't he just flip off Magneto's helmet? Like, just immediately, like, floop! Like, fingers, bloop! His helmet's gone, takes control of Magneto, and it's done. The reason is there's another 40 minutes of the film, and we can't end it yet. We got a stupid Statue of Liberty fight to do. But it's really contrived and dumb. I do like the scene for the fact that, like, people bring a bunch of fucking guns, even though it makes no sense why there's a bunch of police called. Like, it's been 10 minutes since, like, the big fucking dumb fight with Toad and everyone. That literally, even though Scott and Storm are there, when Magneto's escaping, they just disappear. They don't appear in the scene, which is weird. But yeah, Magneto just escapes because I guess there's another 40 minutes of the film we need to fucking fill. And then back at the X-Mansion, Kelly shows up, or Superfish Kelly, as I like to call him. Creepy, horrifying fuckface Kelly. Horrible abomination should not exist on film Kelly, as his name is. He shows up and then Professor X reads his mind to tell him, like, actually Magneto's full plan. But doesn't, just shows him what he saw, and then Jean and him surmise his plan. Fine. And then he dies in a really gross way and is just hard to look at. Like, it's body horror shit. It's The Thing. It should not be in a kids' film where they say shit regularly. It's weird. I don't get who this film's for. Anyway, the Professor then uses Cerebro, and that green liquid does something. It does something. I don't even... Yeah, does something. Then there's a fight at the Statue of Liberty that lasts the last 40 minutes of the film. From that, Storm says some dumb shit.
Do you know what happens to a toad when it's struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else.
Wolverine is the only person who fights and wins anything. Even though he's fighting Mystique, who doesn't seem to, like, abide by the laws of gravity. Which is weird. Like, Scott and Jean get taken out by Toad single-handedly, for fuck's sake. They're just worthless. And then, as the script tells me to say before I go too far, Wolverine then gets everyone to work as a team, because Cyclops is useless. First time I'll agree with you tonight, Sober Archie. You are correct. And then Wolverine saves the day. Rogue's hair goes a bit white.
I kind of like it.
Magneto gets put in plastic jail. And everyone who you think might have died doesn't, or it just doesn't matter. Like, they won't turn up in later films, like Toad and Sabretooth just fucked off. I guess they don't matter anymore. Nothing's different at the end of this film. What was the fucking point? No characters evolved, no opinions changed. Only Senator Kelly dies and Mystique pretends to be him. Like, wouldn't it have been cooler if, say, they saved Senator Kelly and then he, on his own, went back to, like, the UN or whatever and was like, do you know what, I was wrong about mutants. They're actually pretty cool guys. They saved me. And they're not all evil. And then it showed that, like, they're not... Magneto and Professor X aren't, like, neither side are meant to be black and white. They're meant to be in the middle, and they're, like, kind of just different, slight ideologies. I kind of mentioned this earlier. And, you tell I've gone off script again. So, like, but in the comics, it always, like, Magneto is still on the darker side, and every now and again something happens that makes Professor X's point more valid. Like, even if you go through 10 years of Professor X just getting fucked over and, like, turning out to be creepy and wanting to fuck Jean, like, it... Every now and again something happens that makes Professor X seem his point valid, at least. Like, even if he doesn't work all the time, it seems valid. That would have been, like, a nice point if Kelly had survived, gone to the Senate, and been like, do you know, they're not that bad. And it'd be like, even if they couldn't change everyone's opinion on mutant, they'd change one person's opinion. And it would have made this nice little thing that Professor X maybe is slightly right. But no, he's just Mystique, and she does the weird yellow eye thing that anyone with a pause button on their fucking telly, you can just tell that she's fucking Mystique. Great. The script is telling me to stop talking. Okay, there's like one paragraph left. This film, Can you tell? You can tell when I'm reading the script. One, because it makes paper noises, and two, because I become way more serious. Okay. I'll get through this final paragraph, and then we can chat. And normal sober Archie can be pissed tomorrow morning when he realizes the script he took half an hour to write suddenly just got fucked over, and I call Bryan Singer a bad person. The film gets some praise for being the first film. What the fuck? Get grammar right, Archie. This masterpiece gets some praise for being the first film to start the current superhero hype in cinema. But that doesn't mean it's good. Spider-Man comes along soon after and actually does justice to its source material. The film is boring, soulless, and apart from 3 good performances, there's very little good in the film. There's like another 6 of these films and like another 4 before it starts getting good. I say like a lot when I'm typing. I'm actually amazed this franchise is still going. Good, the script's done. I can talk offhand. Ha 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 ha. So yeah, this film fucking sucks. There we go. I said it. When I was young, I kind of enjoyed it. I used to like Toad. I think I ate an ant at one point. After this film came out, I used to like get super into characters and I used to dress up as them. I had like a box full of things that I used to dress up as, like super pretend to be them. And I think I ate an ant once because I wanted to be Toad. I thought he was cool. I was a weird fucking child. Anyway, I could have been anyone. I could have been Wolverine. I think Toad, the dude who fucking Ben Kenobi's someone. So yeah, this film just kind of is bad. I know the second one improved slightly, but I think everyone just says that because Nightcrawler's in it and Alan Cumming's good as Nightcrawler. But it's literally until First Class when these films actually become a first class film, a franchise. Fuck me. So yeah, I think this will be the first film to come out on film. This isn't a film. It needs to be like 40 minutes or more for it to be a film. This is the first video to come out on this channel. I will try and get 3 videos out a week. 2 of which will not be scripted. They'll usually be of things that I can't either get footage of or I can't be fucked about. I think this week it'll be Deadpool and The Revenant. Films that have been out for months but were on the top of my head. And then for a while I'm just going to do X-Men films just because I paid money for the box set. And I'm going to review them all and get all my money's worth. So yeah, I will do other things. I'll probably do more. I can only do one of these a week because heavily drinking for more than one night a week would kill me. And I can't do that. And my parents would worry and there would be an intervention. So I can do like this one night a week. I do this recording. I do the 2 the 2 voiceovers for this, and that's about it. So yeah, I should hopefully get 3 of these out a week. I have another channel called The British Dude that's been dead for a little while, but it's got video game stuff and 2 other reviews I did, I think. Fantastic Four and Star Wars, maybe? I don't know. But I didn't think these movie reviews or alcohol abuse would really fit on that channel, so I thought I'd make my own and just see how it fucking goes. So yeah, I'm Archie Harvey, which I don't think I've said my name. I am. My name is Archie Harvey. Hello. It's nice to meet you. Also I've been drinking Captain Morgan's spiced. Is it spiced rum? I don't know. It's very good. I love it a lot. It makes me feel good inside. But yeah, so like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment if you want to. And I will be releasing a commentary, if you've stayed until this point. I'm releasing a full commentary of the hour and 40 minutes of this film. Be up. It won't obviously have footage because Fox would fucking kill me. But it's just me talking over it. You can sync it up. I've done my best for that. Drunk me has done the best for that. And you can watch the film with me and the whole film. And I will cry. So yeah. Again, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I've been Archie. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.